Secret codes in the message. It's like a slave times most infected. We call it lethal injection. We accept now the code is infected. Turn killer, nickel 9, pie ripper. Bring death, hail Satan, mind killer. Death seeds, plant a crop for God's breed. Evil tongue lisps to my young niggas. My young niggas neglected to be a kid. My young niggas chose the way he lived. My speed and fall past causing the pressure. My human form dipped into God's nectar.
Alien, that's why you look at me. My head with defies gravity. These coils, they conduct energy. They feel a soul on this frequency.
I hope you get it. Compact, compress, scan. Now beat the push track on replay. Like a relay, we will speed up the DNA. They fear when you get everything I say.
What's going down? In the building. I'm pretty plain Jane. You know what I'm saying? Do my thing. But okay, so the topic is pretty simple. I have to make sure I write it down because I'm trying to get into the structure of situations, of life, of things, of how squares move, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah, you must follow before you lead. That is what I want to talk about. You must follow before you lead. And like in saying that, it's a true thing. Okay, so let's think about a child when it's born. Okay, so we know this child is a being, a human being, and that works in 4 dimensions because we're electrical beings. We're also chemical beings. So it's working in 4 dimensions. So the chemicals would be the emotion. The electrical would be like the nervous system, but that's the physical part. Okay? The mental obviously is our thoughts, our dreams. And the spiritual part is, you know, what you link to if you can achieve higher states. Now, let's not talk about if they're real or not. If you can get there, that's on you to speak about. But the whole topic is you have to follow before you lead. Okay, so now if we touch on like the four dimensions there that we all have encompassed within our human body, as you follow or have a good teacher, or the first teachers are your parents, you get to show aspects of okay, well, your parents must have taught you that, because if you're around your parents and you're reading at say 5, well, obviously the parents probably got in that, most likely higher percentage. Let's say if your children have really good manners, well, that's the parents. You know what I'm saying? So to learn good manners, the children had to learn it from the parents, so they had to follow. That's why the topic is you have to follow before you lead. And so as we get deeper into this topic, it's pretty simple. But we're getting deeper into it, but it's pretty simple. See, I like simplicity because I'm a simple person. I like a lot of things, but it's not about me anyways. So as this child grows, and depending on their parents and their influences around them, they get to train their mental. Like, training your mental has to do with whether it's, let's say, strenuous exercising. Your body's in there, but your mental has to push through too. Okay, training your mental is like someone, like a parents who got their child to study a lot. It's training their mental to be decisive in the brain and be able to take in the information. Because I find it, I don't know for anyone else, but using my brain, like reading and all these other things, is a lot harder than physical endurance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially like if you've ever worked a job, check it out. And if you ever just sat around studying. Your brain just gets it's for real. It heats up, gets taxed, and just rest, reboot, come back, start again. Okay, so anyways, you have to still you have to follow before you lead. And so now let's talk about the issues in the black community. Okay, so like there's already remedies that can like really change what is going on. And so as black people, we have to actually look at the source of who's teaching or showing anything. And we have to see if it's economically fruitful for our people in the long run. You know what I'm saying? We have to see if it's mentally fruitful, physically fruitful, emotionally fruitful, spiritually fruitful. If it's none of if these things of all four elements aren't all up in there, then we're doing a disservice to ourselves, and that's why we should always follow before we try to lead. So I see a lot of people doing their leading, but have you tied yourself to people that have brought you up to speed of like in the now? Or are you reacting off you seeing an event, and when you see this event, you see the spark of revolution jumps in? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and I just wanted to, because I ain't trying to be like talking all day, an hour and ting and ting. I see people doing that. So what's the point of me doing that? Because if I follow before I lead, I know there's people that have done the in-depth research, so I can check out their stuff, and I think if it's valid, based on my checking out what they're saying, and now I'm doing my in-depth research, I'm just going to point. I'm going to point now. I'm just going to be like, yo, check this nigga. This nigga did it proper. Check this gal. Check this sister. This sister did it proper. You know what I'm saying? So from now, it's like straight cross promotion when all this stuff is going down, instead of me trying to reiterate what someone else is doing. I'm a point, man. I'm a point, and I'll tell you what I agree with or what I don't agree with if I choose to, or if someone has a problem, say, "What are you talking about?" But anyways, I still gotta follow before I lead, and so that the whole reason I check it out now, I'm bringing it down because I'm about to jump off this because it's like I like things to go deep, but I keep it simple. Okay, so I want to talk about the benefits. The benefits. Yeah, I even wrote the shit down, nigga. Yeah. The benefits of following before you lead. Now, before I get into the benefits, you have to have some type of judgment. So you don't just jump off a bridge because someone says, yo, bro, let's jump off a bridge. Well, that's detrimental to your physical. So you wouldn't do that. If someone says, yo, bro, let's bust off this piece of hubba rock. Now, that person who's busting the hubba rock right now might be all gravy. I would still say it's detrimental to their health, but it's detrimental to your health, especially if you don't do that. Okay. So I'm not telling you to compromise yourself. You gotta, if you're not there, then you still need your parents, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just holler at your parents, and maybe your parents aren't there and they taught you that. Well, then it's all good. It's a bunch of dysfunction where this is where the spirit has to kick in. Because the spirit has to notice this dysfunction, because the spirit always notices it. But we as humans, we ignore that You know what I'm saying? Hold up 2 seconds still. Let's take a little piece of take. Y'all say it. Herbs in this bitch. Just in case. I shouldn't like this. Okay. Yo, like I said, I'm gonna just keep it read. I'm gonna keep it real. So hold up. So anyway, the benefits of following before you lead. Okay, the benefits. You get to train the ego. You know what I'm saying? Ego is healthy. Without the ego, you wouldn't be in this human forms. You know what I'm saying? So you get to train the ego though. There's a time when you get to let your ego just bust out on fleek. And then there's a time where you just contain that, you know what I'm saying? And there's a time where it's balanced, where it's like, yo, I'm here, I'm just here, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? So a time's gonna come when the ego is necessary, and a time's gonna come when you kind of want to tuck it away. I don't know when these times are, but if you decide to follow, a teacher, a respectable teacher, someone who's like, in depth in the game of, or the niche, or in the program that you're trying to download, whatever you want to call it. If you follow and you stay humble, stay humble is like, you're just checking it out. I don't know your character, but I'm a guy, if I'm being taught something, I'll stay humble. I've watched other students that have been around, and they've tried to test out what the teacher's saying. And I'm not saying don't test it, but you don't test it during a demonstration, you know what I'm saying? Either way, continue. So it'll help you train the ego. Yeah, your ego has to humble yourself, knowing like I'm learning. And so as I learn, I'm gonna just continue learning, because learning's infinite. It could never stop. It's impossible. So it'll help you train the ego. Benefit too of following someone. Benefit two, I wrote it down here. It shortens their learning curve. Like it literally brings you up to speed of the now. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to go do your own research based on what that person's saying. Just to make sure that, hey, when you stand and you say something, you're a conscious being saying like, I actually checked it out. Not like, I just watched that guy's video, so that's my thoughts on it. Well, that's a piece of it, but you got to do your own deep movement. Okay, so that's that. Next one is it'll give an insight to self. What I mean by it'll give an insight to self, I was saying pretty much you'll know what you like to do, what you don't like to do. You know what I'm saying? You'll learn, you'll know how you'll figure out how you like to learn, let's say. Like, do you need to be hands-on all the time? Are you like kinesthetic type, you know what I'm saying? Do you like to hear it through verbal teachings? Are you auditorial, You know what I'm saying? If you're visual, then it's like, So like the last point, you understand, you'll get to figure out your learning modalities, let's say. Let's just condense it to that. You'll figure out your learning modalities, how you best learn. If you need to be hands-on, doing it, seeing it, hearing it at the same time, I don't know. But you got to figure out you. So like the best thing you could do is quickly simplify everything. It's, follow someone that's doing something real. You know what I'm saying? Become a teacher, get up under their wing, pay for the classes, whatever, invest in yourself. Done. And be bonus. The bonus little piece of jewel is, I wrote it down to make sure I kept it in my dome. Be loyal to the system, you know what I'm saying? What I mean by be loyal to the system, it means like you may get taught something from someone, okay? And you might find, let's say 51% of the things he says or she says useful for your growth, right? But you might find a nice piece of 49% that you're like, okay, I can't really use that for what I'm trying to do, but I will keep this memory of what I've learned in my locker. Memory, Okay, so let's say that teacher is your teacher that you learned from, and then there's now another teacher that brings information that, let's say, disproves that person. It's okay. People get disproved all the time. It's not a big deal. And you go check it out, and you're like, oh, actually, this person that you learned from, the original teacher, thought he was right, and he was trying to go in the right direction. No bad intentions, but this other teacher that you find brings something tighter to the situation, or more fact to the situation. And in doing that, you're like, yo, this teacher's dope. Be loyal to the system. Like, yo, just be loyal to the system that's taking you where you're going. So, and that also means to mention your teachers, man. It's like, yo, I learned from this guy. And then this other guy had some more teaching. So, like, be loyal to the system. It's not even the individuals. It's just the information. You know what I'm saying? They're dropping some truth. Not everyone's going to be 100, man. Not everyone's going to be 100, but I bet you got a little piece of thing to take home. You know what I'm saying? But you got a little piece of thing to take home to download to make sure that you got a light bulb. Okay, so I'm pretty much done. I was just trying to keep this short personally. 50 minutes, that's about a 6 on that. So like, yeah, we're done.
Secret codes in the message. It's like a slave times most infected. We call it lethal injection. We accept now the code is infected. Turn killer, nickel 9 pie ripper. Bring death, hail Satan, mind killer. Death seeds, plant a crop for God's breed. Evil tongue lisps to my young niggas. My young niggas neglected to be a kid. My young niggas chose the way he lived. Mind speed and fall past causing the pressure. My human form dipped into God's nectar.
Alien, that's why you look at me. My head with defies gravity. These coils, they conduct energy. They feel a soul on this frequency.
I hope you get it. Compact, compress, scan. Now beat the push track on replay. Like a relay, we will speed up the DNA. They fear when you get everything I say.